probably swap over. I'll give you an insight as to using mirror, signal, position, speed, look. Just give you a commentary as to what I'm doing, but I'll favour it towards MSPSL.
Turn left again, please.
So you're watching for my centre mirror, my left mirror, my signal. So I've not looked right yet, have I?
Look at where we're going. Okay.
So I need you to bring me in. Okay, cheers. What I'll probably do with you, probably swap over. I'll give you an insight as to using mirror, signal, position, speed, look.
Yeah.
You can base that and tell me how that reflects on what you're already doing. And then I'll go through directing you and getting you doing a bit of MSPSL when we get to site.
Cool.
Okay. Any questions?
No.
All right, we'll swap over. Okay then, Ben. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go over the MSPSL routine. Everything when you become an instructor is based off of that because it's a system that we use to approach everything and a good tool for you to be able to identify other people's faults because you're almost going through MSPSL in your head as a countdown when we approach things. Did you learn MSPSL when you were learning to drive? Was it a prominent thing, or was you? Because a lot of the time I have my learners doing it, they don't realise they're actually using it.
Yeah. Not really, it wasn't said explicitly anyway.
Okay, well, it's the basic system that is encouraged by the DVSA and is through and through inside that Driving the Essential Skills book, the thick one. Okay, so I'll just give you a commentary as to what I'm doing, but I'll favour it towards MSPSL.
Yeah, cool.
Alright. I am going to give a signal, there's people around. I'll just clear up which way I'm going to turn out of here. So just updating in the centre mirror, nothing behind me. I'm going to turn right, so mirrors, signal, position, speed now, gears, and now they're looking. So MSPSL. Yeah. Handbrakes and waiting. So what we could do actually, could start getting you to give me some instructor commands, some instructions, sorry.
Right.
So when we get out of here, if you ask me to turn right at the roundabout third exit, look at me when you say it so you can watch me check the mirrors and everything else.
If you could take third exit and roundabout right.
Okay, so I'm going mirrors, signal, position, there is none really, speed, so I'm covering the pedals, and looking. So it's MSPSL.
Yeah.
And now you're watching my mirrors to exit, so centre and left and signal. So MSM, you can say mirror signal manoeuvre, the short down
that's
version.
more of the one I learned.
Yeah, it's the same concept really.
The rest is just in the manoeuvre bit.
Yeah, the more detail that can be added to the MSPSL.
Yeah.
Turn left at the end.
Turn left at the end, please.
So you're watching for my centre mirror, my left mirror, my signal. Now you're watching for my feet because you're looking out for speed.
Yeah.
You see I've got my position.
Yeah.
And now you're watching to see where I'm looking and when I'm looking. So I've not looked right yet, have I?
Right. So we need to look at where we're going.
Okay. So you look when I look.
Yeah.
Because if I don't look, you know I haven't looked.
Yeah.
So if I'm edging forward here, I'm not going to edge forward anymore. Yeah. And it's clear.
Yeah.
So look back to the left of me, back to the right with me, and away we go. Okay, for the new road, I'm going to update with my centre mirror and the right mirror, see if anything's overtaken. It isn't, so I know it's safe to continue speeding up.
Yeah.
So if you spot any hazards, you'll be looking out, because you check your mirror if you spot a hazard, because you might have to change speed because of it, whether it be as simple as coming off the gas.
Yeah.
So you would expect the same from your driver.
Yeah.
So there's a bend here where I can't see. So there could be something around the corner that could be force us to brake. Yeah. So you'd check your mirror here, so you'd be looking for me checking mine.
Yeah, right, okay.
So we're going to be merging on the carriageway in a moment. And you're going to be looking for my use of mirrors here. So just watch for it. I'm going to check my centre, my right, signals, that's mirror, signal, position, speed, and look. Cancel signal now complete. Just getting up to speed a little bit more than 40 there, just to create a bit more space between us and on the vehicle behind. It is a 40 limit down here. So just looking at 40, I'm going to pop the cruise control on. Come off at the next exit for borrow wash. I'll repeat that.
Come off at the next exit for borrow wash.
So look at me. Mirrors, signal, position. Now we're looking at speed. So what's the speed limit going to be?
National.
So what are you expecting from me?
Speed up a little bit.
But then what we got?
Got bend, got roundabout.
So what are you expecting me to check?
Centre mirror.
So if you would kind of look out for that almost.
Yeah.
So you see me check that,
Yeah.
and then we can't see that far ahead. So you're looking for my feet now.
Yeah.
You should be covering the brake really.
Yeah.
If I'm not, I could press the gas again.
Yeah.
Disable that cruise control.
Yeah.
Again, just covering that. Ask me to turn right. 1, 2, 3, fourth exit.
You turn right, fourth exit.
So I'm checking my mirrors, centre right, signal, position in the lane,
Yeah.
speed, second gear, clutch up, and looking forward and right,
Yeah.
forward, last look right and back forwards. Bit of a spiral this, so I'm going to come into what would be the middle lane, because the left's disappeared, it was left only.
Yeah.
Stick it in the middle, and the middle is surely going to become the left. So, mirrors, signal, and the manoeuvre is me just driving off and sticking to the left-hand lane, keeping in a position. Check the right door mirror there, just make sure nothing's coming in with me. So what I do is I use a system called eyes, hands, feet. So when I give an instruction,
Right.
you need to be watching my eyes because you're waiting for me to respond using MSPSL.
Yeah.
What you do is you sort of angle your body slightly,
Right.
so that you can sort of... So you're not, in a weird way, you're not staring at me, but you know when you're expecting something.
Yeah.
And it's quite, it can feel quite weird at first,
Right.
and it's something to get used to, you know. But if you don't do it, you won't be able to pick up things the same.
Yeah.
You know. So here I'll be looking at checking the mirrors. If my left foot's on the floor, you know I'm probably gonna, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when I give you an instruction, repeat it back to me,
Cool.
and then I want you to use the eyes, hands, feet system, because that will help you identify MSPSL.
Cool. Yeah.
So you're looking for indicators,
Yeah.
you're looking for the gear change,
Yeah.
you're looking for steering out to get the positioning.
Right. Yeah.
And we ain't got to get it perfect, it's just to give you an overview.
Yeah.
Because this is what this is what you'll see me doing with Rich when these videos,
Yeah.
when his series goes out live, which shouldn't be too far off now. By the time this video is released, it'll probably be out.
Cool.
So you'll be looking out for me checking my centre and my right mirror here. I'm
Yeah.
moving out for these cars.
Yeah. You spend a lot of time looking at what they're doing.
Yes. And relating it to what's coming up, you would need to be 3 steps ahead of your customer.
Your anticipation has to be
Yeah.
very, very good.
Yeah. So we're going to take the next left.
Take next left, please.
Look at me. Centre, left, signal. Look at my feet.
Yeah.
Then the clutch is coming up as well.
Yeah.
Hands then, watching my hands. Now if this left hand stays still, you know I'm not going to steer very well.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time that happens with learners, you know, so you've got to watch that cycle play out.
Yeah.
Right at the end.
Right at the end, please.
So watch me, mirrors, signal, position, speed, looking. 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm going to have another 1, 2, 1, 2. Not forgetting forwards either.
Yeah.
And now for the new road, you're expecting me to check my centre and my right mirror.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pull in on the left. So what mirrors are you looking out for? So ask me to pull up on the left and then look out for it.
on the left in the safe place.
Yeah. And do I need to give a signal? You'll know through using your mirror.
I think you're right.
Just look into that one. It's the car behind, isn't it? So I should signal.
Yeah.
Alright. And we just about 10 car lengths before that. I could have pulled in earlier, I just wanted to go through that with you.
Yeah.
I'll go through that with you, and I will pick up any faults that you commit, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
In terms of going through the MSPSL,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be perfect, and if it isn't, great, because it'll just give us an opportunity to just give you more of an insight as to how we'd fix these things.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. That makes sense.
All right, I'll be using the same system. I'll give you directions in good time. I'll just be going around the block and that.
Cool. Yeah.
So I'll give you the instruction, and you'll notice that I sort of looking as well as I say it.
Yeah.
So I'll be looking for your eyes, checking your mirrors,
Yeah.
what your hands are doing, what your hands do on the steering wheel in terms of if you need position, or if that comes later on, fair enough.
Yeah.
So we're looking at your feet. When you brake, are you covering the clutch?
Yeah.
And then hand going for the gear stick, etc. Okay?
Cool.
Swap over. So if you get yourself set up in the usual way, I will do my instructor cockpit drill to make sure that I can reach the pedals if I need to.
Yeah.
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 Alright, I'll just do my quick clutch test as well. That's fine for me. And the mirror's set okay. Head restraint's good. And again, I'm just going to sit, not completely forward, but just slightly angled towards you.
Yeah.
Not much though. Never to give the impression of an invasion of privacy, if you see what I mean. Okay. Alright, so yeah, when you're ready, I know you've had a little drive of the car before, so when you're ready, just drive on.
I apologise if it's not quite perfect yet.
Don't worry, it's not. I wouldn't expect it to be.
I like the way petrols feel more than diesels.
Because it's a diesel, yours, you say?
Mine wasn't, but the one I learned it was.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Mine's a tiny little 1 litre petrol.
Is it? Does it feel like a 1 litre, or is it a bit nippy? Because it can be quite quick now, these 1 litres.
Nippy at low speeds, but once you get onto the motorway, you realise that it takes a long time to get anywhere.
So, at the end of the road, we'll turn left. Stuff. Push a bit more forceful, but not so much to the left. Kind of go left, but then go forwards.
Oh right, okay.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
It's because reverse is there, so it kind of angles off to the right.
Right.
Yeah, a bit annoying, to be honest.
I see what you mean, yeah. Okay.
Then we've got Peppa Pig and
interesting.
what was I say, on Paw Patrol.
Waiting for mine.
What they directed us down there for? No.
I'm not sure what's going on.
There's no signs or anything. Is that a good sign or not?
I have no idea.
I don't know. We'll take the next road on the left, please. So I'm watching your eyes, your hands, now your feet. And now I'm looking out for when you steer, how much, where you're looking. And also I've got to have a good look down there as well, so that I know what's coming up. And if I feel there's risk there, I'll cover my pedals.
Yeah.
At the end of the road, turn left. Good stuff. And at the end of the road, turn left. Yeah, you're doing the right thing there. You know, there's not a lot of tweaking to be done with your driving, really. It's pretty decent as it is. Yeah, well done. What we'll do, we'll turn left at the end of the road, and then we'll look for a safe place to pull in. Try go probably round the bend first once you've turned here, and then we'll have a pull in, and we'll go over using the pedals. back round to see you, honestly.
That's scary, no? That's from a horror movie.
Pull up on the left, please, Ben. Cheers. So really all we do is we work through that to a point where you're able to identify each and every separate element that goes into the mix of MSPSL and completely understand it and execute it, you know, repeatedly, without any help really. And that if I commit any faults, and that's one thing that I'd look to bring in after this, is to be able to identify any faults, anything that's missing, to analyse that fault, understand why it's an issue, what the consequences could be, and what the dangers and the dangers, and then how, and then there's the remedy at the end. How are you going to correct it?
Right. Okay.
And how are you going to work together at that? Is it just going to be as simple as, oh, it's this, and they go away and say, oh great, yeah, that's all I needed, I'll implement that straight away? Or is it that, oh, I need to help you with it?
You need to go over it a few times.
Yeah. Do I need to show you? Do I need to, and you know, and that. But again, you'll see that from the videos with Rich. But that will be the next step. The next step from here for us today is to get you using the pedals, which you would very likely need to do on the early lessons with people. And that's what we're going to do when I get you instructing in a little bit. Well, I will move off using dual role play. I'll tell myself what to do, when to do it first, just to give you an idea. This is all about you just taking control from this seat. Now there's a couple of ways that you can do this. You've got the brake and the clutch. You can press clutch down, and of course that'll eliminate the drive at any point, but it won't immediately stop the car. So you've got the brakes here as well, which of course, depending on what's behind you, use of this is how you're going to gauge on that brake. What do you think the other form of control is that you could use, Ben?
Steering wheel?
Yeah. So if we're going to hit the curb, which way do you think we'll be?
Push that way.
And if we're going to go out towards a car,
other way.
I would be always very careful about, or would never really want to grab the wheel anywhere other than the top. Because I think it would be inappropriate, really. And talking about people's personal space, I don't think that's appropriate. So we can decide, do we need to help them to stop them from stalling? Do we need to stop them from hitting something but we don't want to stall? Or do we just need to avoid something but we need to keep moving? And I'll go through all those scenarios in a minute and tell you what to do.
Cool.
Alright, cool. Right, I said I was going to do dual role play. I'm not going to. All I'm going to do is I'm going to move the car off. I'm just going to play out some situations where I need you to take control, basically.
Right, okay.
Now, first of all, you need to make sure that you've done your instructor's cockpit drill. Yeah, they're a bit stiffer than the other pedals.
Need to be able to see up here. Zoom in. That would help.
Okay. Yeah. And of course, you'd check that your customer's all set up correctly, and that you watch them set up. Even if they're experienced, I'm still kind of watching what's going on out the corner of my eye. You know, even in hour 30, hour 40, I'll still kind of keep in check. Because what they'll start doing is they'll start forgetting the head restraint, forgetting that the seatbelt's twisted, or you know, things like that. And there's always a gap to fill then, knowledge-wise. What I'm going to do, the first thing I'm going to simulate, let's say it's like my first or second lesson, and I've just completely misjudged this car. Third lesson, fourth lesson, whatever. I've completely misjudged it. I haven't got my steering down yet. I'm going to basically be in a position where I could hit it. So I need you to basically steer for me. Okay. And now tell me that I'm back in full control.
No, you're back in full control.
Okay. Now what you might do is steer back first. It depends on the learner.
Okay,
Now the next thing is, as long as the car behind don't turn the way that we are, it isn't signalling, I'm going to steer wide. So I need you to bring me in. Yeah? Okay, cheers. Okay, next thing is, I need you to push me away quite abruptly. Cheers. All right. Now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm not going to do it. There's a van behind us, and I don't want to do anything that isn't expected. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to pull it. I'm just going to turn left as usual.
Yeah.
As from that seat, if I anticipate danger, my feet are covering those pedals.
Right. Okay.
All right. Now, there's more details to give you as well as from what we just did. I would normally look to verbally correct things first if there's time.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't leave it. You would never leave everything last second like that.
Yeah,
you just
that
wouldn't.
late, yeah.
But we're just looking at what you could do in certain circumstances.
Right. Yeah. Got you.
Now, the other thing that's really common is people go to pull in on the left, and of course, there's the wheels. Yeah. Now, there could be a number of reasons why they do it.
Yeah.
So I want you to take control of the steering wheel. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's do the junction one again. I'm going to turn left,
Right.
but what I'm going to do is I'm not going to stop in time at the lines, and you won't have been able to see, so you're not comfortable going past them.
Right. Okay.
All right. Oh, why did you stop me?
Well, okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because basically, just keep your foot squares. Keep control, because basically, it's not safe to roll at this pace past that point, is it?
No.
Because we've not looked past that lorry and
We
that.
haven't looked. Yeah.
Exactly. So you'd then quickly explain, I've stopped you because. Oh, okay, yeah. And then full control back over to me.
Right. You've got full control again.
Okay. What am I doing pedal wise then?
So you need to put your foot on your foot on your foot brake.
Yeah. Okay.
You need to put on your foot brake.
Yeah.
Clutch down.
Yeah. Got that. And now you're going to come off. So foot.
No, you're full control.
Yeah. And then you could guide them from there. Then say, okay, keep the clutch because it's a downhill junction. Keep the clutch on the floor. Ease off the foot brake. Make sure you're looking right and left.
Yeah.
Get ready to set the gas. Yeah. Set some gas. Now start coming to bind.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Next thing then is you can actually get us moving using the clutch, which will be interesting.
That will be interesting.
Stop asking us, we've already drove past 17 times. Mad, aren't they? Alright, so I'm going to pull in on the left. I'm not going to do anything silly. I'm going to pull in just as normal. Okay. Slightly uphill as well here, so the clutch control is going to need to be really delicate. Now let's say that you're at a junction,
Yeah.
and there's been a mistake and it's knocked the customer's confidence. The best thing is, they keep trying, but the best thing is after the second stall or the third that you say, actually, I'm going to take control here.
Yeah.
I've got the clutch, can you come off the clutch and I'm going to get us going.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So you need to be able to use them pedals like that.
Yeah.
You've not got a gas and it's a petrol car, so you have to be really delicate.
Really delicate. Yeah.
So if you could just get us going from here, and also you might need to steer as well. So for the purpose of this, what I want you to do, I want you to use the clutch pedal to move us off.
It's going to be entertaining.
I want you to steer away from the curb just slightly,
Yeah.
and then I want you to steer back in.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll just sit here, and you've got to do everything basically.
Yeah. Okay.
Still do all your obs all around and everything.
Handbrake on. Yes.
The handbrake's on, yeah, sorry. So, just in our own side of the road stuff. I'm going to pull in just before the white one anyway, just next to Ray's curve. So you might just push the wheel and move it your hand, you know, if you want to grab it at a different place.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, good. And now I do loads of that.
Yeah.
Moving the car and putting it, you know, handbrake neutral.
Yeah. It's weird driving from the other side.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's really what that is. How are you finding it?
Yeah. No, it's alright. Yeah. It feels a bit different from the pedals, but yeah, they're alright.
The next thing is instructing me to move off.
Mm.
So what I'll do is I will instruct myself first,
Okay.
and then I'll get you to do it the second time.
Okay.
So we'll find a suitable area for that.
Cool. Been a long time since I did that.
To move off and stop.
Yeah. I learned how to do it anyway.
The environment will be as though I'm new to it.
Yeah. It's weird to try and think back from when you first started learning.
It's hard to take your mindset back to that place, isn't it? Because you know much better than that now, don't you? You know.
And to kind of break it down to different steps and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You just do it now, don't you?
Yeah,
sort of thing, you know?
You don't really think about it much.
Right. A bit awkward here. We're not quite 10 metres from that junction, then we've got the driveway, then the bus stop, then the cars.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do, I'm just going to drive as a short distance. I'm going to move off just a little bit. I'm going to keep it in first gear. Remember, it's my first time moving off. So I'm just going to pull up here. No need for a signal. And just reverse it back a bit, just to give me a bit more space to drive down the road. Right, so I just want you to sit back and listen. If you've got any questions, though, interrupt me. Okay. Right, Matt, today we're going to look at the move off and stop. Now, I know we went over everything last week in the controls lesson. Firstly, is there any questions about what we did last week regarding the hand or foot controls, or anything that we're going to need today moving off? No, I'm fine with that. I watched the video back and I'm fully clued up as to what we're going to do today. Okay then, Matt, so I'll get right into it, instructing you out of roll. There'd probably be more to it than that.
Yeah.
But that's just a bit more of a kind of how it might go down. So what we're going to do, Matt, we're going to move off, and again, you'd involve them in this decision making, but I'm just going to reel it off here. What we're going to do is move off and then pull in. We're only going to drive a short distance, and we're going to stay in first gear for the first time. So we're going to use a system called Prepare, Observe, Move, the same one as we did last week. Do you remember it? Yeah, I do actually. Where we set the feet, we set the hands, and we did the 6-point check, including the blind spots. Yeah, that's good knowledge, that is, Matt. Well remembered. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. So the first thing we're going to do, I'll give you full instruction on the very first one, just to refresh you, because I know we only did it once last week. So first thing we're going to do is pop the clutch down with the ball of your left foot. Oh, hang on a minute, Matt, that's your toes there. Do you remember? Oh yeah, you just said, didn't you, the ball, yeah? So ball of your left foot down to the floor on the clutch pedal. Do that now then. And then, do you remember what gear you need to select to move off from stationary? Oh yeah, first gear. Do you remember the preferred way we said we'd change gear? As to not to hold it? Oh yeah, to palm it to the left and then push forwards. Okay, so if you want to do that now, I want you to set the revs with the ball of the right foot, about 1,200. Don't look at the rev counter too much though. If you want to set that now, remember the ball of your right foot. Keep that set, keep that frozen still now. Do not move that. And now the bike point. We're going to use the slide and dig routine on the bike with the left foot on the left pedal. So slide back, dig the heel in, and then use the ankle, and you'll see the dashboard lift slightly. Freeze it there. Freeze it right there. Do not move the feet. With your left hand, I like where your right hand is, it's ready to steer. With your left hand, pop it on the handbrake, thumb covering the button, ready to release. Now, the bike point, can you feel it's quite high there, and it's sort of almost, if the handbrake weren't on, it'd surge forward. I want you to press the clutch in the thickness of a 10 pence. Before you press that clutch in, can you just show me with your right hand the thickness of a 10 pence? Yeah, about that much. Go do that with your left foot then. See, I've got consolidation. Some might say that, and then they'll press it that much, you see. Anyway, back into roll. Yeah. So you both feet are still, keep them still, both hands are still. And now, when it appears to be clear, we're going to do this 6-point check that we went over last week. We will check the left shoulder and left mirror on this road, because there's driveways on the left. So, your revs have disappeared though, so you keep your clutch where it is, but reset the revs for me, Matt. Oh, that's a bit too much. Bit less, bit less. Freeze it there, do not move the feet. When you move off, remember, keep those feet cemented still, do not move them. Just take a bit to get used to. Keep them still. Right, keep them frozen there. Now, looking up the road, does it appear to be clear in your centre mirror? Can't quite see. What about if you include the right door mirror? Oh, there's a bike coming down the middle of the road. Alright, what we'll do then, we'll freeze the observations, Matt, till this bike's passed. But just keep up to date generally with the centre mirror and, well, the right mirror in this case, and the road ahead through the front screen. Is it passing? Nearly. Okay, so now then, now it appears to be clear. Does it appear to be clear? Yeah, it does now. Okay, Matt, so check your left shoulder. Look with me. Now, as the instructor, you'd look once you see them looking, so you know they've looked. Same thing. Yeah. Now look in your left door mirror, your centre mirror, and the road ahead. If it's clear, continue looking into the right door mirror and into your right blind spot. Look into your right blind spot then, Matt. That's it. Good. Is it all clear? Yes. Now keep your feet still and handbrake off. Feet still. Do not move them. Now check your middle mirror again and your right mirror, and keep your hand where it is. You've already got that right steer, and just keep it there. Now steer left slightly. About 10 more minutes. Now with your left foot, bring it up bit by bit by bit. Come off the gas. Come off the gas. We don't want to go very quick, and there's nothing behind us. Would you agree? We're going to pull back in on the left. I want you to cover the brake and cover the clutch, just like that. Check your left door mirror, any cyclists. There's nothing behind us, so there's no need to signal. Start to brake thickness of a 10 pence only, and clutch down. Go. Just the 10 pence thickness on the brake. Do not increase it yet. Steer right, 5 minutes. Bit more, Matt. And now increase the thickness of the brake, a 10 pence thickness on. Anything catching us up behind? No, there isn't. Okay, then we don't need to add a signal on. Now, don't move the feet. It's important that you don't, because you could stall if you come off the clutch. You need to go handbrake on, don't come off the foot brake, keep it squoze. Handbrake on first, a bit higher than that, till you feel resistance. Remember like we went over last week? Oh yeah, like that. And now, in theory, you could come off your foot brake, and now into neutral. And how would you know it's in neutral before you come off your clutch? Oh, it should wiggle side to side, or it shouldn't. It should be directly in the middle, pointing upwards. And now you can come off your clutch and relax. So Matt, how did you find that? Your first move off, and there you go. It'll be something like that.
Yeah.
All right. Quite detailed there.
Yeah.
And of course, it was quite old-fashioned instructory. There'd be more involvement at the right times, at the right places. Any thoughts or questions on that?
No, I don't think so. There's a lot to take in, but
yeah. So I want you to try and do the same. It's a big ask, and I will, wherever you can't, I'll help you to fill in the gap.
Right.
All right. I won't leave you to struggle either and make you look silly. Honestly, I will help you. But whatever bits you can remember, because I know parts of it are probably fresh in your mind as well.
Yeah.
Then we'll try and get that in. A little bit close to the end of the road. Of course, it's me driving, so I wouldn't probably normally do that with a a beginner driver. I wouldn't choose that road, to be honest, because it was quite busy there today.
Yeah.
So is this giving you more of an insight, Joe?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So ask me to turn left at the end.
Turn left at the end, please.
Look at me. And my feet. And then my hands. Have a quick peek to the right, but I haven't looked yet.
Can you look to the right? And to the left. Turn to the right again.
Good. Because if they ain't looked, that's a definite learning opportunity.
Yeah.
That's definitely something that we can pick up on. And I ain't got a clue. What is it, car boot or something? I don't know, it's bank holiday, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think we'll use here, to be honest. I think we'll use this road. So, do you feel up to it?
I could give it my best shot, yeah.
As good as he'll ever be. Alright, look, it's just an insight. It doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to be whatever. It's just to give you a feel for what it would be like. I do this in the first lesson, I do. I always work in 2 hour lessons, and normally the way I kind of run it is the first bit normally takes about 45 minutes, the introduction. I've only actually got 1 lesson recorded, and again it's very wordy, and I look back at them lessons and I think, God, I'd change this, I'd change that.
Oh, I've seen that one.
Yeah. But there is a lot of control here that's needed.
Yeah.
You know, because you've only just taught them all that, and that's why I think it's important that it all takes place in the first 2 hour lesson.
Yeah.
It's all fresh in the mind then.
Yeah.
We've gone over everything, don't forget. So I know how to take this off, I know how to move this into first, felt where the bite point is, I know how it feels, I know how it sounds, I've used the gas. The only thing I haven't really done is steered before, but again, if I'm not steering enough, you can take control. You can ask me first. Give measurements, like 5 minutes steer to the right, and there's the red band. So that'd be 5 minutes. That'd be 10 minutes. That'd be 15 minutes. But often I find with learners, they're very froze with their hands. So they steer. The steering's often like this, or like this. And they'll hope that that'll take them, but it's got to be moved around quite a bit. Anyway, over to you.
Alright, Matt, so we're going to try moving off and stopping in this lesson.
First thing we're going to do is prepare to move off. We're only going to stay in first gear.
Right, okay.
Go on.
So the first thing we need to do is prepare to move off. We're only going to stay in first gear.
And then we're going to pull up just before the white car, so only a short distance.
So we're going to pull up before the white car, so it's only a short distance.
Alright. And just tell me that you're going to give me full instruction, and that we might not fully even engage first gear.
Okay, so I'll give you full instruction and we might not actually fully engage first gear.
Okay, right. What that means is that you'll just be kind of about bite point, but not fully off the clutch. As long as we're not increasing the revs, that wouldn't affect or make the engine sound loud or potentially burn the clutch out, alright? That's why it's important you get your customers key the feet still. Right, so just copy after me. First thing we're going to do is use prepare, observe and move to set up the car, and get everything set up ready to move.
So the first thing we're going to do is use prepare, observe, move to set the car up to move.
Okay, so just repeat after me. Clutch down with the ball of the left foot.
So clutch down with the ball of your left foot.
And I'm glad that you're watching.
Yeah. That looks right. So do that now.
Yeah.
Good.
And then palm the gear lever to the left, then push forward into first.
Then palm the gear lever to the left and push the gear stick into first. Yeah, good.
Yeah. Can I let go of that now? Yeah. And then set the gas with the ball of the right foot.
So set the gas with the ball of your right foot. So not quite the ball, a little bit further up the pedal.
Yeah.
It's better?
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, good.
How much gas was it again?
About 1,200 revs. Don't be focusing on it though.
Okay. What, look out the front?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I can hear it instead, can't I?
Good. Yeah, just listen to it, that's good.
So should I keep that foot still now?
Keep it there, yeah.
Keep it, yeah. So, and then we're going to use slide and dig with the clutch to find the bite. We'll know we've got the bite when we see the front lift forwards.
Okay, so we're going to use slide and dig to find the bite point on the clutch. We'll know we found it when we see the bonnet tug upwards a little bit.
Right, okay.
So slowly move up the clutch until you found it.
Heel down, wasn't it? And then...
Yeah, don't look at your feet, look at the bonnet.
I like it already. I think that's it there.
Yeah, so that's good. So keep your feet still there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Right.
So left hand on the handbrake, thumb covering the button.
Okay. Keep your feet still. Even when you release the handbrake, remember to keep your feet cemented, glued still.
Okay.
Remind me.
So keep your feet still, even when you release the handbrake, make sure to keep your feet completely glued still.
Okay. And now we're going to start the observation now. Both feet and both hands are prepared, just remind me.
So we're going to start the observations now. Both hands and both feet are prepared.
So we're going to start by checking left shoulder. Do you think you could guide me through this bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on then.
So we'll start by checking the left shoulder, your shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
All the way back there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Then your left mirror.
Okay.
Then your centre mirror.
Yeah.
Road ahead.
Yeah.
Right mirror.
Yeah.
Right blind spot.
Okay, yeah.
Over your shoulder. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we clear?
Yeah.
Good. So now you can release your handbrake slowly. Keep your feet completely still.
Good stuff, well done. tell me to steer right about 3 minutes towards the right.
So if you want to steer right about 3 minutes to the right, a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now steer left 6 minutes.
Now steer left 6 minutes.
And straighten up.
And straighten up a little bit.
Keep feet still.
Keep your feet
You're
still.
going to pull in on the left, check centre and left mirror.
We're going to put on the left, so check centre and left mirror.
Pop on the left signal for the car behind.
Put a left signal on for the car behind.
Steer left.
Steer left.
Hold that.
Hold it.
Now steer right.
Steer right a little bit.
Hold it.
Hold it.
Clutch down.
Clutch down.
Cover the brake.
Cover the brake. And
Brake gently. Tell me that you've got the pedals in case I need it.
Got the pedals in case.
Ran out of time there, didn't we?
Yeah.
But do you get the idea?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ideally, we'd want a bigger distance.
Yeah. That's what I know.
The only bit missed there was I would advise my customers cover the pedal, come off the gas now, ready for pulling in, and
Right.
cover the pedals ready.
Yeah, okay.
Because what wouldn't have happened there in a real lesson is, I said, brake gently. I didn't have time to say the 10 pence thickness of that, because what happens, because you're so slow, new drivers will go on the brake, the car will go and stop. So you've got to remind them about that. They aren't going to get the feet up and covering in time. Even if they get the brake, probably won't get up to the clutch in time. So it's just a bit more preparation for the stopping, which is why choice of road for lesson 1 is important. I use a very nice road for it, just down the road here. It's lovely. It's got no curbs, it's straight, it's wide, and there's minimal parked cars and there's excellent visibility. Any thoughts on that? Any questions on that?
No, I thought it was really interesting. A lot of fun actually. It's just trying to remember every step, because you kind of do it automatically when you're driving. So breaking it down and reminding them to do everything right and everything like that. It's a challenge, but it's something to get used to. Yeah.
That's where absolutely it is a challenge, and that's where the part 2 comes in. Is breaking your own driving down and understanding it, so that you can pass it on. And that's where fault analysis comes in as well for the part. Well, when we start the training, which is the bit that we haven't really looked at, but you'll see it with Rich, and we break down. So I simulate faults, he has to identify them using eyes, hands, feet, and then goes through that system with me on correcting it, basically. So a big thanks to Ben for letting us record today's taster session on potential of becoming a driving instructor. If you like the video, consider giving it a thumbs up, sharing, and consider subscribing for more related content. Lots more series like this to come. Do check out Rich's driving instructor training videos. It's a 50-hour series for more videos on driving instructor training, and I look forward to catching up with you guys in the next video. Cheers again, Ben.
No worries.